And welcome to the Learn Dota 2 League Season 20, Week 3. Today, we're taking a look at Maledict Plague Theory, the GRaff team, taking on, possibly gay Dragonet. The Dark Ace, or not the Dark Ace team, it is kind of this team today, I guess, but it's the Tallballz team. Tallballz was absent. With me here today is Randy.
Hey, I'm here.
The Doctor of Dota. I used to say as always, but I don't say that anymore for some weird reason.
Well, my time in Florida is coming to an end, so at least one thing is changing.
What do you mean? Where the hell are you going? This is the first time hearing of this.
I told you I was going to Missouri, didn't I?
Yeah, but you didn't say like forever.
5 seconds.
Well, I guess I might be back in Florida, but
Okay.
we'll see.
No Dawnbreaker.
Radiant team back.
No Centaur. Interesting ban. Looking at Big Boy LaCroix, the player GRaff is the most overly familiar with, having spent 2 seasons with the guy. I think everybody, except maybe Chun on and Wacko. So 3 of the 5 on the Maledict Plague Theory have had a Big Boy LaCroix season, funnily enough. So yeah, definitely expect him to get a lot of flack.
10 seconds remaining.
There's also a PVC pipe game. I don't know if you can see that down there, but
Yeah, it is. He's here. One of the late 2023 casualties.
I almost just linked PVC Pipe's Dota buff in the my chat.
Seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Oh god, my boss followed me on Twitch 5 days ago. What the fuck? Okay.
Radiant team back.
No Drow Ranger, no Ancient Apparition.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
This is a very long ban phase.
Yeah?
Dire team back. Seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Okay, we seek more reserve time? Question mark. Yeah, alright. Dude, what is the
I mean,
holdup?
they're very important bands, if you think about it.
Are they?
Well, yeah. Also, I don't know if you noticed this, but possibly Gay Dragonet,
but
they changed who was doing the picks and bans in the middle of that. They changed from Tiki to Power. So.
Interesting. Literally all their reserve time is going to be gone before the first pick.
It feels like the ban here. Well, I guess it's hard to say that because they have first pick. I was about to say it should be Shaman probably, but they have the opportunity to pick it, and they in fact do.
There you go.
That's the nice thing about getting that first pick is sometimes you do get that incumbency of banning where it's like when you have a hero like this, when you have a hero like the Lich last patch, the last major. Well, I guess there's been 2 major patches, but the patch we had last season. When you get heroes like that, then having first pick means it's incumbent on the other guys. If you don't want to see those guys in the game, then you can just choose to ban them last, just because there's a decent chance that on the way there, you're going to get banned out. Be interesting to see. It's interesting to see GRaff seems to be banning mostly, like, pretty, I don't want to say generic heroes, but,
Banning Drow when you're picking X? Question mark.
Dire team ban.
I think that's fine. I don't think it's, the matchup is not quite as good as it sounds on paper. If you're looking to ban for comfort, it's not, like, unlosable.
It's not like a PA or something, I
Yeah.
guess. Which is, the game is over.
10 seconds remaining. Radiant team ban.
Plus, they banned it before they knew that the other guys were going to let the axe through, so. So I assume they were probably betting they were gonna first phase the axe ban,
10
because
seconds remaining.
it's like not only is it the hero that Lads has picked the most on pause 3, played the most on pause 3,
Radiant
and it's his
team
most successful pause 3 by like a long shot. None of his other ones even come close.
Dire team pick.
I mean, really, I don't think I even need to say anything more than that. Picking up the Abaddon here. Likely, mostly a steal pick from Big Boy LaCroix, who's been, I believe that's his most played hero so far this season.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds. Dire team pick.
Okay.
Here comes the Necro. This is a very early Necro, really.
Yeah.
Necro into Abaddon is not a choice I agree with.
Well, maybe a support Abba, but... you
I
never
don't
know.
care what kind of Abba it is. Either
Or
you
you-
scythe him and
you're
he
not
goes...
scything him.
Yeah.
10 seconds
You
remaining.
scythe him and he goes
Support, what I mean.
ding, you scythe somebody else and they get aphotic shielded and mist coiled.
Yeah, they don't die, yeah. Which means you, like, handcuffed yourself, so you have to play around that.
Yeah. Do not like that
Literally
pick at
watch a
all.
shield.
Team pick.
Like, watch a shield be put on somebody and then attack somebody else and hope they die quickly enough that it's still CD'd.
Windrunner into Axe is kind of bad, but it's not... I like how we have the name change club here, by the way. It's kind of
Yeah,
bad, but it's
sure.
not bad enough where it's like... Unless you focus fire at him. If you focus fire at Axe a single time this game, you have brainworms. But outside of that,
5 seconds remaining.
it sounds like it would be a bad matchup, and it's not very good, to say the least, but it's not as bad as it sounds on paper, for the most part. If you get called, you're usually dead. But it's not just as easy as calling you, necessarily. I guess if you get called at a time, you're in some danger. You're guaranteed dead, basically. If not, it's just kind of unlikely the interaction that Axe wants even really happens with this matchup. Still favors him, though. But decently likely that's just a support Windrunner. It's like our Dark Ace hero or something. Dark Ace says, Lads Axe, GG. Go next, TY for King 1.
Not very nice.
Radiant team pick.
Baneful
Bane in
visions
26?
upon you. Okay.
I don't know why I see Gotham pick this hero so much. Like, it's a Gotham classic. Whenever I see a team pick Bane, I assume Gotham's on it.
It's not a great hero right now, but I feel like the Tallballz team does tend to be a very pause 1 oriented team. They usually put Big Boy LaCroix on almost a support-esque pause 3 hero, is the tendency with this team, at least as I've seen it. And they do tend to have a kind of less than mid lane.
Dire
So,
team pick.
that being said, I think it does make some sense to pick up the Bane here, because the pause 1 main guy you're worried about. You can use that to just kind of bully him. Especially considering they don't have that many good long-range stuns on the Dire so far.
10 seconds remaining.
Like, Shackle is pretty close range unless you're shackling the Bane to somebody else that's closer to the Windrunner, which is not easy. The Call is melee range. You're unlikely to be able to just do that in the middle of a fight. That's not even on their team. What am I talking about? The Hex is alright range. The Shackles are like... The Shaman Shackles, not the Shackles that Windrunner has, are like 3 centimeters. So... You basically got Hex for the Bane ult, and right now that's about all you have. The other things,
Yeah.
it's sort of unlikely if Bane is positioning even a little well.
Okay.
Alright, that's probably your big boy LaCroix hero. I actually like that a lot. This is a really
Best to
good...
cancel a Bane ult, like whenever you want.
Yeah, I actually like that a lot. This is a really good looking Tide game. He doesn't care about the sniper, he doesn't really care about the Abaddon, he's not gonna kill himself on the axe, it's not how he does his damage.
Yeah.
5 seconds remaining.
He's somebody who's going to be able to create opportunities for the rest of his team. I actually like that pick a lot.
Team ban.
Now all they need is another big
Radiant
green
team
guy core. Maybe they should pick up Wraith King for pause 1.
Maybe. There's a lot of green.
It's true. Poor Shadow Shaman would be the only guy not matching at that point.
I mean, this is a slam dunk Spectre game, but no, it's not. Because you
Dire team
had to have
ban.
picked a fourth, and I guess Tide is better there.
Slam Dunk Spectre game if you... No, actually, I kind of hate this as a Spectre game. It's a Slam Dunk Spectre game only in its capacity into Sniper, that's it.
10 seconds
Against
remaining.
everything else, I hate it.
I think you just hate the ABBA. Like,
5 seconds
X.
remaining.
you don't care unless you're getting called before you should even be fighting, and then
Dire
Bane.
team
It's like,
pick.
the Sierra's so easy to deal with, that's why he's not seen.
Radiant team
He's so easy to
yeah.
deal with in theory, but what does
Ten.
this team have to deal with it right now? Not much. Bring up the Sven here. He's not green, but he is blue, and that's a similar enough color.
Yeah, that's true.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds.
Do I like this as a Sven game? Yeah, I think it's fine. You do run the risk of just killing yourself into the axe. Morphling? Alright.
Morphling? What the
There,
alright.
Wacko ran this back in week 1 as well.
I don't hate it that much, but you need somebody else to deal with Sven, which I guess is what Sniper's for.
Oh my god, pause 1 power. This is crazy.
It's like Morphling can't really deal with fat heroes that well. So you need other people dealing with Sven and Tide. With the other 3 heroes, you can just blow up.
Yeah. Yeah, you do have an easy option with the Bane if he doesn't get the Ravage on him to deal with the Sven. The Tide, not so easy. I don't really know what you do about the Tide in this game outside of just stomp on him in lane. That's like your option here, I feel
Yeah.
like.
Can I just hope you delay the game long enough for your Sniper to one-shot everybody?
Yeah. Well, the problem is your Sniper's really never going to one-shot everybody, is he? Because you got Sven and you got Tide Hunter, and those are not 2 heroes that Sniper one-shots. And then you got Necro, who Sniper almost can't one-shot, so... Even if it's a bad Necro game in every other capacity, in its matchup with Sniper, the Necro isn't too bad. Bad in lane, not bad outside of that. There he is, PVC pipe.
The man himself.
Once an admin of this league, now merely Shadow Shaman. Come on, baby. Still not in?
Oh my god, a rampage for Sven! No, just kidding. Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy. You're a smoke awesome. Alright, you're missing a 5v5.
Awesome. I guess I'll throw up the AFK banner while this is happening.
First blood.
Oh, it stopped
Nobody's dying
crashing.
somehow.
There we go.
Okay, so that's a 2 for 2 so far.
And now we're in. There we go. First blood.
That's a 2 for 1. Both people
Yeah.
I thought would die survived.
Dark
Oh,
Ace.
never mind. Oh! Big stick. Big stick. This is what I expect to see in a Gotham game right here. Alright, well that was great.
I mean, not that Gotham
It's a
had.
good start to any game right there.
Who was it? Gotham Stick?
No, the Windrunner.
Yeah, I was
Dark
gonna
Ace
say.
stick.
Exactly what you expect in a Gotham game. Him not to get the kill because Dark Ace at stick.
No, a wacky 5v5 at the rune spot.
Shoutouts to Jordan95623, whoever that is, who has added power in chat. I'm sure he'll be responding. I doubt he's got anything else going on right now. It's time for everyone's favorite part of the cast, the roll call. For Maledict Plague Theory. Pause 1, you have Wacko Dubs on the Morphling. Pause 2, you have GRaff, captain of the team, on the Sniper. He's the Primal Hunter. Pause, that's like his, Dark Souls boss name, epithet. Pause 3, you've got Tallballz on the Axe. Pause 4, you've got Gotham on the Bane. And pause 5, you've got Sean, aka a random clown, on the Abaddon. Having a bit of a go down here. Meanwhile, on the other side of the coin, for the possibly gay Dragonet lineup, Tallballz not being here, counting the team. Pause 1, you've got Power on the Sven. Pause 2, you've got Tiki standing in for, okay, Rip Wacko. Okay. Oh, he just got kill shot. All right. But so you got Tiki standing in for the in the pool. Pause 3, you got Big Boy LaCroix on the Tidehunter. Pause 4, you've got Dark Ace, who's sponsored by Washed, on the Windrunner. And pause 5, you've got PVC Pipe standing in for Tallballz on the Shadow Shaman Tallballz, trying to get some body block action going on. Gotham turns around to try and take the sip, and does not actually restore enough health for him to live. Very sad for Gotham.
And some PVC on Gotham violence there.
And, yeah, the Abaddon gets a little too close to the big stupid watermelon, and he just gets 100 to 0'd, basically. Tidehunter and Windrunner lane here is pretty brutal for an Abaddon. Though, notably, even though Big Boy LaCroix... Oh, Big Boy, either he didn't get an assist for that, or he didn't get assist on the Morphling earlier, which is kind of sad, but... Either way, I guess we can see here. That is not the kill I wanted to see. There we go. Okay, he did get an assist for that. He didn't get one on the Morphling earlier, but... He is down last hits right now. It's okay, he'll live. He's got more than the Axe does, that's for sure. Axe trying to get this little runaround kill on the PVC pipe here. PVC is going to be hexed, and then he's going to get slurped to death by the Bane for the revenge kill. How about that? Unfortunately, Tallballz now has to run about 1,000 miles back to this lane,
Yeah,
but
Sven is hitting. Well, I would.
Sven would usually be
Thought he
hitting
was hitting
creeps,
creep.
but the wave is at their tower, so...
Unfortunate.
Yeah, kind of bad timing there. I think Axe might have disrupted the pull there, and they have a ward now in the pull camp. PVC. Okay, PVC was just dewarding here. I thought for a second he went crazy and blocked his own camp. That would be
That's not blocked.
nonsense. Yeah, I had to check it with ult. I like this ward here at mid. Just the most casual obs ever. The sentry right in the middle of the water. I'll never look for it here.
You have a sniper, right? You want to hit him uphill.
TV tropes would call this refuge and audacity. Getting some good last hits here. He's down compared to Sniper. That was pretty expected, I think. And the Morphling's had some deaths. This could be another if he's not careful. Okay. Even though Morphling's had some deaths, he is notably still, goodbye Abaddon, at the last hit chart. It's kind of funny, this offlane, because it's just like, this offlane is just killing these guys here over and over. 3-0-1 on the Windrunner. But, like, they're not getting any last hits, and Wacko Dubs is free farming. So they're just, like, what? It's going to be very difficult to tell how this is going to really even out at the end.
I think every kill they have is an insta-kill on Power Shot, because Aphotic, I assume, interacts badly with it.
Yes, it does. Yeah, just one of the many things. The kill shot... Kill shot is unarguable. The only way you're going to be able to save off of it is mist-cooling the other guy, and that's not going to be helpful when the guy who's getting kill shotted is, you know, Abaddon himself.
Yeah.
Definitely need to see as soon as possible. You kind of hate to get a Holy Locket, but I think you kind of need to build a Holy Locket in this game on the Abaddon. Like, you just need to be able to save somebody or even yourself just casually. Nope, just barely as over the threshold. You need to be able to save without the self-damage to make you the one at risk, you know. Oh, this is going on. There was a kill on PVC pipe at top. Axe,
you're just trading kills on each other.
Yeah, Axe jumping the gun here, going behind the wave. The right kid too is also adding power. Power? Who are these people?
Sven is getting bullied
no.
by Bane. Yeah, there we go.
He tried to get the cool stun on Sven and on Sven. Yeah, he tried to stun himself. He tried to get the cool stun on Bane and the wave, but he ended up stunning just the wave.
Happens the best of him.
Necro stacking up some camps here at mid. Trying wisely to minimize the time he's going to be spending in lane against Sniper. Sniper running to top. Axe very low. Kind of doubt he goes down despite all that, especially the Sniper running in.
Oh, yeah.
Good nightmare by Gotham. Somebody's actually running in. It's the Necro. He actually was drinking a Clarity, which is the funny bit. And the first fight of the game is going to be a pretty free one on
Magic Snake.
No. Oh wow, he leveled up and hit W at the perfect time, wow. First sight of the game is going to be a pretty free one on the... Goodbye, GRaff. Got kill shot. Great rotation from Windrunner and Necro there.
You gotta show up in mana, brother.
He was ringing a Clarity, it just didn't give him enough. Oh my god, the super long shot.
Dark Ace is going... Yeah, Dark Ace is controlling this game right now.
Techie? Okay. Necro almost died to the creep camp here. That would have been kind of silly.
Getting one of those Dark Ace God type games.
Alright, Axe just runs up to Sven and just starts beating him. Where's the other guy here? Shadow Shaman TP to mid. Windrunner secures a rune at mid. There are two people on the die who are here at mid, and 0 of the 2 of those people are the mid, so it's a little interesting.
Mid is currently farming jungle.
Yeah. Again, makes sense. I think this is probably a fair play call for the die here. You're just not gonna get anything productive done with this Necro in lane against the Sniper, so you might as well just have him doing something more valuable with his time, which at the current moment is just right-clicking creeps. So let's put Big Boy LaCroix in an awkward spot. This Bloodbath offlane, which was favoring him, has turned into a stalemate offlane, which is not favoring him. You can see Wacko Dubs is just right-clicking creeps for total free at this point. Abaddon's bad into the Tide Windrunner lane, but he's not bad into the Tide just on his own. Not yet, anyway. He will be pretty bad one day. Like, the Aphotic, for example, does not get rid of the Anchor. But that day, yet to come. He has hit level 6 on the Tide Hunter now, so it's, if they need a TP to get the freebie, Ravage. They have that option now. Dark Ace, the new mid, now running to top. They found the sniper
Looks like
coming
they're
in the
at top.
back. This is interesting. They
Oh,
have the
no, you
sniper.
hacked! PvC.
They have the sniper. He's so low. They actually missed the power shot. GRaff did not run. For whatever reason, Arcase was assuming that the sniper is going to be running like back into the thing.
Oh, he's alive.
Yeah, everybody is alive. Nobody's actually died in this fight.
Insane
The-
hex. By the shaman.
They are all running in on the axe here. Axe is going to just instantly die, gets hammered here. Abaddon trying to go for the save on the axe. Did not have both the skills, so it didn't go too well. This is an awkwardly timed Fiend's Grip because he was in his W. Oh my god, the double kill!
Okay.
Wow! Techie did die for that, but holy Moses. The Ravage, as a result, hits 0, funnily enough.
This Woodrunner is too good.
Yeah, this is crazy performance for Dark Ace. They are almost assuredly not going to get Gotham here. Yep. Axe interdicts there, and the hope for that is over. In fact, Dark Ace is likely to die now. The rest of his team kinda
Really unfortunate.
threw him to the wolves there.
Alright, what can you do?
I get about half of Axe's HP bar back. Let's look at the net worth chart here. Interestingly, even though Morphling has had pretty much free farm in his lane, he's actually not doing that great. He's not significantly higher than the Sven, who had a very highly contested lane. He's not doing better than the Necro, who lost his lane. And he's not doing that much better than the Windrunner, who is massively rich for a P4 right now due to balling with a power shot.
7 kills. Yeah.
They have a interdiction here on the Shadow Shaman is going to stop him from getting rid of the Morphling. You can see that very quickly there. When they saw the Morphling was under pressure, they actually got everybody in the game down there to try and save him.
Yeah.
Which did save his life. Of course, it does mean that they are now going to be vulnerable to pushing. Techie looks like he's aware of this and is going to at least bring the creeps to the tower here. Sniper is going to arrive in the time, but... What do you mean? Power takes a 1v1 with
1v1.
Axe. He doesn't win.
Somehow.
Weird how that one works. Baden, rather low. He almost had his ult popped by accident, which was never what you want to have happen here.
Okay.
There he had it happen on purpose. Techie in lane with this Morphling for the first time. They're
This
going
is
to
kind of
drop
crazy.
the Fiend's Grip on him. It's going to work. The Ravage is not actually up for another 20
Yep,
seconds.
That was an insane walk-in without Ravage.
Yeah. I think maybe Techie thought the Ravage was up. It's the only
Yeah,
reason I could
probably
think
what
he would go for that, but nope.
It's definitely a play you make when you think you have a Ravage. Oh!
Oh, the
Sick.
reverse kill shot.
Dire's structures are fortified.
That
They
makes
gave it
sense.
right back.
Is under attack. Dire's
It's a really big kill too. Those 2 kills were worth 1,000 gold.
Yeah.
The Necro back again. Abaddon attempts to
Okay.
cover his retreat on smoke, and it does not quite work out.
Has been killed. Dire's
Eight
Vlad
power
takes
shot
the
kills.
tower here for free, yeah.
Technically 9 power shot kills, but
Power wants this axe guy to be gone.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
This guy's Mask of Madness now.
Dire's
It's
top
down
tower
a
is
level
under
and a
attack.
half almost compared to who are these guys? These guys with like these weird names that look fake.
power associates.
Just keep coming in and adding power. They're just saying random stuff. Is this bots? What's going on here?
It's the Power Fan Club.
It's true. Windrunner has double damage here. Also has a Blink Dagger. His It's rather unfortunate for the Dire that Necro walking in on everybody too early before the Ravage was up play has actually set them back pretty badly.
Yeah. And Radiant can like comfortably slow down the game because they have a Morph and a Sniper. Like,
Yeah.
it's like a major concern. Like the last Sniper game we watched, how they're gonna uphill because like Sven, I guess Tide can uphill and everybody else has to relax. So like if one of those two heroes die, you cannot uphill. Or
Notably,
if one of those heroes gets below half HP.
the Shaman is not using the big ward, so
Yeah.
that is
Well, I guess
a
there's that too, but
pretty big dent in the uphill power.
it's like very hard to uphill, especially
They
since
are jumping on. They are just 5-man smoking, or at least 3-man smoking on the Sven here,
yeah,
and he is like
very
super
dead.
dead. Nobody's deader than that.
Getting concerning.
Yeah, this Sven has taken a lot of spills at this point. 1, 3, and 4. His net worth is not that bad. He's 2 grand below the axe who's like balling, but that's the only person he's trailing by that significant of a margin. And he is somebody who can farm very quickly as soon as that. Like, he's got to start doing that. Or else.
Morphling's having the freest game I've ever seen.
Yeah, nobody's thinking about that guy. They had one go at the Morphling. 4 people TP'd in to save him. And then after they did that, they were like, well, I guess we're not killing the Morphling then. Got the Windrunner in a pretty compromising position here. Did not use the E very well, unfortunately, for her. Not the Nightmare Assassinate. Oh, he whiffed a Culling Blade. That's why he didn't do that. Yeah, this game is starting to ball out of control a little bit. It looks like the Radiant might win this one pretty quickly at this rate. Everyone on the Dire, and it makes sense because this is 2 regulars and or 3 regulars, 2 stand-ins. So you know you're gonna have this issue. GRaff picked a very good comp to kind of exploit that fact. I think exploit the gap in communication on the Radiant, or on the Dire rather. Exploit the gap. He just picked a. I didn't say you were bots, I just said you had names that were like bots. I mean, Jordan95623 is the bottest goddamn name I've ever seen. You gotta get a better username than that. Zeus10401, like the only one of you who has like a real looking name is the right kid too. If either one of you like DM'd me out of the blue, I'd think you were trying to steal my credit card. Techie is gonna get hammered here. Yeah, they're not even bothering to like to farm on the sniper. They got 1 item on him and they're just running around, getting kills.
Yeah, they're exploiting the Zax's power spike.
Yeah, they're doing a very good job keeping the momentum running. They're doing a very good job, like I said, exploiting the weakness of the Dire lineup. I think there was some amount of conscious knowledge of they got 2 stand-ins. Let's just pick a team that just runs around together and is just going to prey on that. And they really have. I think the Bane pick has thus far ended up being definitely working out, it feels like. You know, there's just a lot of these situations. He's in the small camp, guys. There are a lot of these opportunities where you just get what would be a pretty difficult kill. And the funny Nightmare... Yeah, why did he God Strength? That was a little weird.
Okay. He almost lived.
This is Banyo ult on the Necro here. He's so low, but he's going to get a lot of it back because he just got a Scythe. Not quite enough to live, though. He did get assassinated here. The Wacko Doves turned into the Windrunner here. It's a little cagey, but it, in actuality, it's looking pretty bad for the Dire. 4-for-1 trade of all the ways to die.
Morphling showed up.
Yep, and even Morphling really doesn't have that much. He has pretty much Vlad. That's all he has.
Yeah.
So bad news for the Power Fan Club. They showed up just in time to see their homeboy go 1-4-5 and slip down these charts.
It's a typical Morphling team fight contribution. You know, everyone's low, and you just break their backs.
Yep.
Got the Manta from that fight.
It's Zeus 10401's birthday. Happy birthday, Zeus 10401. Congratulations on getting older. Morphling, yeah, he's man alone here. Big Bullet corrects, he denies the tower. A lot of lads in with a blade mail. Is this going to stop this from being bad for the Morphling, who had a pretty decent amount of strength when that started and was kind of unlikely to die anyway.
Yes.
Gibberish numbers trip. I really thought Sniper was assassinating a golem for a second. Oh no, baby.
He's assassinating a green man.
One of them, yeah. 10401 is my birthday, not today. Oh, okay. Happy birthday on 10401, Zeus. He knew 2 minutes has not passed. He just knew I was going to say that.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Oh man. BKB on the axe. Not like it's even really necessary at this point.
No, I mean, game's extremely hard to lose. Like, what is the Sven gonna? It's like Sven is literally your late game hero. What is he gonna do?
Yeah.
Middle tower has fallen.
Hit Morphling and not kill him. Not get the sniper. Hit Axe and not kill him. Hit Abba and not kill him, or hit Bane and get killed by everybody else.
Yeah, it feels like I'm watching the hero endgame from last week again. It definitely, thus far, it definitely does look like one of those games where it's like the communication issues. There's like nobody really calling shots. It's very clear for the Dire. And again, I hope this isn't happening to them every week, but again, it makes sense. 2 stand-ins is a rough place for a team like this, especially when one of your stand-ins is your highest MMR player, right? Like, you do have that situation of like, you know, crap. The organization's not there. They had a very good lane phase, I thought, for the most part on the Dire, but when it got to that mid game, when they started having to take those fights, fell apart very quickly. Dire putting the brakes on here, which is probably the right move.
Is it? I don't think they win late.
That's true, but I mean, at this juncture, if they don't put the brakes on, they're just straight feeding.
Yeah.
So
this is a more cynical view. Do you waste a bunch of time?
yeah, I think what you try to do is you just try to reach. You just try to grasp for a power spike here on the Dire. I think that's where you're really at. You just try to get a big item to turn it around. Apparently, the right kid too put their life savings and mortgage on power.
I'm sorry if you hear that.
Have you ever heard that song, I've Got the Power? You might not after this game. Oh, Dark Ace whiffs the culling blade with his magic wand, but that's the only protest he gets to lodge towards that death. PVC pipe hiding in the woods. The Necro
No,
hits his W and TP's out. Oh no, PVC pipe got out of the trees too early. Oh no, he used his sap. He's wasting so much time. This has been like an hour and a half. Tidehunter's like thinking. Tidehunter wants to go in. I think more because it would be funny than to be practical. And yeah, it's over.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Zeus 10401 expects 10 move levels in the next 5 minutes. Well, that means really he expects them in the next 3 minutes because of the 2-minute delay. Or maybe it means 3 minutes from now. So there you go. He caught Sven again. This is like really bad for power. You definitely, if he's going to be playing Pause 1, he definitely needs to learn where the safe farm is, because there's just been so many times this game where he just is just like somewhere really risky. I mean, that camp, he was doing that camp by Radiant's T1 top. That T1 top, it's still there. Shoutouts to Curly Brad. Oh my god. So many power fans in the
Oh,
audience.
BKB.
Yeah, I believe that's
What?
the 9, actually. Yeah, that's the 9-second BKB for the axe. Not the
Hey,
nicest way to use it.
That's the BKB.
They correctly identify a vision here in the jungle. Immediately take care of that. Good plays by the Dire here.
Coin for me.
I mean, it's a simple thing, but like, you know, it's just... Wait, why didn't they get rid of this? Why didn't they get rid of the other sentry? Hello? Okay, PVC pipe's coming to do it. No, they just won't kill it. It is definitely in range.
Dire are scanning.
What is this? They just want to give them the free
Yes.
whatever.
I don't know. Usually, you don't kill it to make them think you.
Yeah,
don't
very
have vision there, but, like,
very
there is
subtle.
literally a sentry there, so I
Yeah.
don't know. Like,
Very subtle.
there's range, and it always there as well. Like what?
There's so many people adding power in my chat.
It's a power family
What?
reunion.
True. Sniper with the assassinate of the sentry on the Shadow Shaman here. Yeah, at this point, just put the dang old snakes right in front of the hall. Oh
my
no,
God.
baby.
What
What
is
is
going on
this
with
doing
you in
here?
this
What do you
game?
mean Madstone Bundle just sitting on the ground? How'd that happen? I didn't even know that could be out of your inventory.
It disappeared and it's gone.
Yep.
I don't know what happened to it.
What the hell?
Dire's bottom
It
Axe,
came
this
into
is a
beta.
very brave jump here
Holy-
by the Axe. Is getting a lot done.
Working. It's
It turns
people are
out
dying in fades.
the solution to Axe jumping on you is not to go all in on the damage on him when he has the blade mail up, as 4 people have
It's a-
died for nothing.
It's a 4 for nothing
Dire's middle
3
diving
people, actually.
P3s. 4 for nothing diving. Oh yeah, 'cause Necro died earlier. It's a 4 for nothing diving P3s at 25 minutes.
At power, trolling with the Sven pick? I don't think it's necessarily a bad Sven game outside of the Axe matchup. In the whole context of it. I don't think Sven is as bad as he was last patch. I wouldn't say him I wouldn't describe him as anything more than mediocre. Certainly
I
not
just
at
think
this
it's the
level.
hero that will never kill Morphling.
Power is
in a
really,
1v1.
really trolling by just taking, like, the... Well, not trolling anymore. The time of him trolling is over. He's really trolling by way of just the farm he chooses to take. Just, you know, just really does see creeps
Oh,
right click
okay.
creep. Not necessarily the way. They're going to take a... They're going to attempt to have a counterattack here. They're going all in on the sniper, but they're just losing the damage
Okay.
race.
4 for 0 in base again.
Well, the
I
good
think
news
Sven-
is that if the next game is similarly, what is Powers KD8? Currently 175. And he calls the G's and we're going home. The good news is
Sven
that
will
the
never
next...
kill Morphling, either in a 1v1 or in a fight scenario. Like, it's not gonna happen.
radiant
I think he will, just because Morphling right now is not very good. Well, he's good, but he's good in a very niche way, which that isn't. But it's the best way to put it. He is going to win the 1v1 probably right now. The problem really was just he never even got something that looked like the opportunity. He just got completely rolled. The game started out good for the Tallballz team, but the problem is that they just took the risks on the Sven, the wrong risks, didn't pay off. Oh, got moved in the lobby. Just took too many of these tragic looking early deaths. And look at how much damage Sven took. He's taking a lot of it, and he's not even reducing it, so it's not even physical damage that he's reducing with his war cry, right? Like, he has taken a beating. In fact, he took more damage than anyone on his team did in this entire game. It's not that far from the same amount of damage as his entire team did this game, frankly. Taking the wrong farm, just farming way too risky. You can see he lost a lot of gold on death, too. 1,287 gold loss on death. Which is not the best. And the risky runs, I think just besides that, it was just, You know, just taking these bad fights, just over and over, you know, taking these, everyone on water break, okay. Taking these fights, well, not even taking these fights, just getting picked apart through the lack of organization, getting picked apart through, like I said, GRaff team doing a very good job exploiting the communication issue. Possibly Gay Dragonet looked like 5 guys running around, you know, chickens with their heads cut off. You know, I was talking about how the hero in team seemed like it had 3 guys on the same page, 2 guys on the same page, and those 2 pages being very distinct from each other. This time it feels like 2 guys on the same page, 2 guys on the same page, 1 guy on his own page. Nobody even close to looking together here. And the GRaff team just had a good lineup to crush that. They just rolled it right over. The axe. Oh yeah, I guess we gotta get in the channel. The axe, the sniper pick, I think, as well. The Abaddon, the Bane, in a weird way. Just, you know, it was something that the possibly Gay Dragonet lineup had to deal with, and it didn't feel like, just because of the communication issues, that they ever really effectively did. So, we'll see what happens with these guys next game.